Skylar here needed to do a reset. She needed to do a cabin in the woods by herself type chapter. And guess what everybody wants to do? Oh, they just want to skip that chapter. Oh, now that I know ops and now I know all this stuff, and I'll just skip that. I'll just go right. I'll just go right to my alpha state. It's like, now it turns out knowing this code doesn't do a damn thing as far as like your dumbass getting dragged through every single fucking step along the hero's journey. And just know with this op stuff, it just helps you not stay stuck in any one of those very long. You don't have to stay an alcoholic for 10 fucking years wondering why life is so unfair. Life's unfair because you're an imbalanced idiot. Let's just get on with it, right? So it helps you move through it quicker. But really do take this in as an older person who's been into ops longer than you have. you don't get to skip the cabin in the woods stage if you're an EJ. If you're really going to be getting through the growth to that true freedom on the other side, to where you don't feel stuck, where you do feel very able, but you gotta go through it, whatever that might centrally be for you. Okay, again, I think people follow that. So I have to censor buy a cabin in the woods? Like, no, none. Fuck.
And funny story though, that song happened when I was living in a cabin in the woods in Oregon. I'd actually kind of quit the music industry. I was very down on my luck.
That is a funny story.
Kind of reconnected with myself and my passion for music there in the woods when I was just totally isolated from the world. And so decided I needed to make music work. And so I reached out to my publisher and she connected me with Alex the Kid. He sent me a beat. I wrote the hook, I Love the Way You Lie, sent it back. And then he got it to Eminem's camp. And so this song just came together. And then a month later it was #1 on iTunes. And none of us had been in the room together.
But why? Why the cabin in the woods? Why the time away, especially for the EJ? Because if you just do the math, because the EJ is very personal. You know, nobody likes me, nobody allows me, nobody sees the real me. No, people see me as the wrong person. They think I'm such a way, but I'm really not that way. If they knew the true me, I'm not that way. I'm really this way. Oh, I can't take it. The people that can't see me, right? So it's like the EJ is as personal as that is, and it's tied to the emotions and your identity, right? It gets very, very personal, very, very personal. So you'll see with the EJs and the DEs, they will constantly be moving away from people. Like at least the EJs, the DEs that are moving towards the next stage in the hero's journey. Like it'll get worse before it gets better. You'll see the DEs going, I got to get away from people. I got to be alone. I got to retreat. And it gets scary. Like, where are you going? Where are you going? Like, I can't think. I can't figure out who I am or what I want to do. And I don't know how to deal with all your crazy shit. It keeps overwhelming my body. And now I'm thinking that's really who I am. And it's taking me forever to sort this out. And then you're hitting me with more bullshit faster than I can process that. Just stop. And they have to go away to get there. So it's really good what she did. Notice this next clip here. You can see the extreme introvertism of this type, play, consume, sleep, and how she has Savior play. So it's like she can do her extroverts as long as it's with people. Oh, but by the way, she freaks out around people.
I don't really feel powerful with my own music, but like when I can incorporate rap and like hip hop tracks, I like can make more energetic music that I really feel. But like it's hard for me to do that by myself. I like only pretty much write like sad, melancholy music, and like chorus. Even this chorus is pretty melancholy. But when you incorporate the hip hop to it, it suddenly has all this energy. And I have never really figured out how to do that on my own in a way that's cool. So I love collaborating. That's like one of the reasons I do it.
That's so much what I see with Shani. It's a very interesting animal column. All the animal columns have a very interesting thing about them as you get to know them. But that play, consume, sleep column, that's like they need the people around to get their pinging and their extrovertism, but they also need to be alone by themselves because they're bothered by people and they're super introverts. And it's been a real interesting, hard challenge for Shani to manage that kind of time. That's why she'll have like different crazy work hours. She'll work with me during one parts of the day. She'll work with other people in the fucking middle of the night. And then she'll just be like, okay, leave me alone. Then she'll have like her shut off time. And then like, it's a little weird at first, but it's like understanding this stuff, you're like, that makes sense.